Hello. So we're going to go over LiveSchool. LiveSchool is the program that I used during our first PD this year, and a lot of you showed interest, so I want to show you how to get to it and set it up. So you want to go to LiveSchoolInc.com. Once you get to it, if you are going to use it, you want to bookmark it so that it's easy to access. And then you're going to create an account. And okay, so I am going to show you, it'll normally pop up to the main menu, which is right here. So you'll want to go to Setup and then Students, and this is where you would add your students. You'd click on New, and because I've already had them add about 150 students, I don't have it, but on here it'll say something to the effect of, do you have a lot to add? Download this spreadsheet and send it to us and we'll do it for you. It'll say something like that. But this is for an individual student. They'll do it in bulk, but you still have to fill out the spreadsheet. So once you have your students, then you go to Setup and you create your rosters. You can create them by the subject, US1, global, whatever, or you can do them by block. This year I'm doing them by block. I think it'll just be easier for me to identify the classes quickly. So once you have your roster set up, then you want to go to Site, and Site is where you can add your behaviors. So last year when we used that Tiger Pride, I broke it down into the different Tiger Prides. This year I might keep it the same, I might get rid of them, but you can add new behaviors. You type it in. If you're going to give points and take away, just give, just take away, how many points that'll be worth. And then you save it. And then you, like I said, you can do that. You can categorize them if you choose to, or you can just leave them in one big bulk. And then the site, point system, point login. All right, so point logs. This kind of like gives you an idea of how many points you're giving out, and it's not going to show anything because the school year just started. All right, but so then, I mean, once you've got that, you're pretty much set up except for your rewards. You want to give them, well, this is how you can see the rewards. You click on this to set up rewards. So let's click on this, and then you'll see these are the rewards that I have decided I will reward my students with. This is completely up to you. You choose your own rewards and how much they would be worth. So my $10 gift card, the students last year needed 3,000 points, even though you can't see it. They needed 6,400 points for a movie ticket. Whereas eating their food in class would be 100 points, a pen would be 100 points. Patillas from the corner store are they're $1, so that would be 100 points. I let the students pick how many points they're worth, and then I tell them that I average them. Honestly, if I don't like the points that the average comes up to, I'll make up my own points, and the students won't know any different. But it gives them a buy-in that they decided how much everything was worth. And then we get to the actual giving of points. To switch from classes, you go right here, and then you go, I'm going to use you guys so I don't give any students points and get them mad at me before we even start it. So I'm going to go with Ms. Collins. So Ms. Collins got to class on time. She redirected her peers to get into their seats and start their do nows. And then I submit those points, and then it'll make that noise. And Ms. Collins gets 36 points. Now, on the other hand, Mr. Pollard and Mr. Betcher, not only were they late for class, but they came in cursing, and by being cursing, they weren't kind. Now, depending on the time of the year and the student, you might not want to load up this many negative points. That could backfire on you. But depending on the student, this really motivates them because they're saving up for movie tickets or something like that. So they started off the class on the wrong foot. Now they can redeem themselves. If they come in, oh snap, we're down 39 points. They can come in and Mr. Betcher can be on task. He'll get 22 points for that. Mr. Pollard can bounce back by helping his peers, by volunteering to answer questions, and by cooperating the rest of the period. So now he's ahead of the game. So now you'll see he's actually got 20 points, and Mr. Betcher's still falling behind, but he's better than he was. All right, if I wanted to call on somebody, this is tricky with our students, honestly, because of our attendance, but you can randomize the student, and it's Ms. Palat's turn to answer a question or collect the papers or something like that. But like I said, it really does depend on attendance, and her name is already highlighted, so that if she does cooperate and she's helping her peers, then she gets points for that. Now, I won't be able to show you right now because it is the beginning of the school year, but if you chose to, I'm going to be doing this in senior seminar because I'm going to be using this to show them how they need to budget. But if you click on reports and you schedule, you like print the report, it'll give you, oh, right here. If you print the report, it'll give you essentially a paycheck with a breakdown of what they earned and what they had taken away. I didn't do that last year. It really didn't make a difference because you can also show the students in real time what their points are, having accumulated them by just clicking on the, not that. Okay, so by clicking on rewards, you can show them their accumulated points. And I don't know why the sound is delayed in this video. I just now realized it when I went to play back how it was sounding so far. So I'll turn that off from now on so that the tutorials aren't showing a delayed sound. But those sounds happen when you click on someone's name and they get points. Alright, so this is how you can see who gets like how many points everyone has in real time. You don't have to print out those paychecks. I think that is about it for live school. Like I said, the easiest way to get the kids to buy in is to give them a say in how many points they get, even if it's only on the surface and you're actually choosing how many points. If you tell them that you're averaging all of your class's opinions, then they really have no way of proving that it's not their say that's into it. But yeah, I think that's just about it. Insights I don't use, and you can see it's new. I really don't need to run reports or anything on behaviors. You can pretty much get an idea of how they're doing by, just looking at how many points they have. Alright, so there it is. Hopefully you found this helpful.